Is the wall real? The wall that all those um, particular guys speak about, is it real? The wall supposedly for women that they reach a peak age and then they're unwanted. Is that real? That is the question that I'll be answering. And my answer, put simply, is no, that is not real. And let me explain why there's this illusion that it is real. Well, people think the wall is real, mainly because they don't take into account that um, the values of women, just like the values of men, change, um, let's say, at the mid-term of their lives, right? And so all of a sudden, women find themselves thinking of the other side of the coin, so to speak. They find themselves thinking about a a commitment, a committed relationship, um, what I'd call a connectionship. But the problem is that for their entire becoming lives, women never actually develop the tools to create a committed relationship, because in order to create a committed relationship, one actually has to not be interested in the plurality of personality. And so one has to be interested in a singular personality. And, you have to be pretty skilled with that intention in mind. And this is something that women, you know, just aren't culturally raised to uh, be aware of. It's something that really nobody is culturally conditioned to understand. But when you look at the basically the different modes of being between men and women, you see this pattern where men are refining um, their they're refining their attraction to personality, making it a singular thing, and it's sort of like they're on a quest um, to see a point to getting to know someone's inner world. Whereas women don't do that you know, because of the fact that they are women. They have to do the opposite to men, um, well, whilst remaining unconscious to that reality, of course. And so what happens is that women, they become good at, uh, attracting men um, who, because they are not interested in a plurality of personality, and they are men are interested in the plurality of, you know, the female form, so to speak. And so, women attract many men who are interested in their body, um, interested in their bodies, I should say. And so you can see that if you are not seeking, a single personality, if you are not refining towards a point of personality, you are therefore left to refine towards a point of uh, physical entity if you're a woman. But that clashes with your values in the, at the midterm of your life. And so this is why people think the wall is real. It's not real. There is no wall. Women can always attract men who want to try them out, try their body out. It's just that men are not necessarily going to be interested in who they are in their inner world, right? And so that's what creates the illusion of the wall. But there is no actual wall for women. A woman can always attract a number of men who want to sleep with her, and then act like they've there's some sort of champion for doing so, and then they never call her again, and they go find somebody else. So later life gets increasingly frustrating for women. It gets increasingly unpleasant for their values, because their values change. Just like some men's values change. There are a lot of men who they were looking for a particular personality, and then all of a sudden, it's like Jordan Peterson actually says, right? They have too many engagements, so to speak, with negative woman, the negative archetype of femininity, that they start to get bitter. They start to see all women as not worthy of investing in mentally and emotionally, and they start to, in their later years, they start to, with their finances, they start to just use women for their bodies. So you see that happening with some men. And so, if you play your cards right when you're younger, whether you're a man or you're a woman, if you actually observe the world around you and you don't just follow trend thinking or trend feeling, then you'll catch on to this, and then you won't waste your time being selfish, and you won't fall into these traps. Because do you think the men who are extremely wealthy and paying for sex, do you think they're really satisfied with their lives? Do you think they're really happy people? Do you? I don't. Because they're unfulfilled. Do you think the woman who hit the wall, so to speak, do you think they're really happy? No, they're not happy. They're unfulfilled. It's a different kind of person who can actually be alone and be comfortable being alone, and that's usually somebody who already understands all this shit, and who has gone to the point where they don't really care. But that is a unique type of individual. Most people are not made like that, or designed like that is a better word to say, because people are designed. They're designed by events in their lives. I can't remember whose quote this was, but basically, I remember reading that people have free will. They have a choice, but the choice is, are they going to go along willingly with their fate, or are they going to let it happen to them? And something to think about, right? It's something to think about. If you're one of these midterm men, or you're one of these midterm women, it's something to think about. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about. Have a good day. Peace, meow.